Welcome to Hazel's Heroes for November 1993. Hazel's Heroes is a program that's sponsored by the Hazel Park Schools and the Hazel Park Lions Club to recognize outstanding elementary students. This is our 10th year of programming, and we just never seem to run out of Hazel's Heroes. So we have Hazel's Heroes today from Longfellow and from Hoover to start our program, right? Are you from Hoover School? You are? How do you like Hoover School?
Good.
What do you like about Hoover School?
Gym.
Jim, you're in kindergarten, right? And what do kindergarten people do in the gym?
Play.
What kind of things do you play? Do you play games? Can you tell me one game that you play?
Duck goose.
Duck, duck, goose? That's where you touch people on the head, huh? And you run around the circle? Is that what you do? And they try and catch you? Oh, that's good. What's your name?
Shannon.
And your last name, Shannon?
Galley.
Shannon.
Joslyn.
Shannon Joslyn, right? And you're how old?
5.
5. And what grade are you in? Who's your teacher?
Miss Beaver.
Mrs. Beaver, and she teaches kindergarten, right? And how do you like kindergarten?
Good.
Is this the first time you've been in school? It is?
Uh-huh.
All right. And what kind of things do kindergarten kids do in school anyway? It's been a long time since I've been in kindergarten. You know that?
They play.
They play? Well, do you do other things other than play? What other things do you do?
She teaches.
She teaches you? What kind of things is she teaching you?
She teaches how to make turkeys.
How to make turkeys? Oh, boy, and you're making turkeys for Thanksgiving, right? And are you learning the letters of the alphabet?
Uh-huh.
And do you know some?
Uh-huh.
Tell me the ones you know.
A, B, and C.
A, B, and C. And you learned those already? And do you learn those by the letter people? Well, now, who's the letter people for A?
Apple.
Apple. And what about B?
Barney.
Who? Barney? Oh, yeah, I should have known it'd be Barney, right? And C?
I don't know.
Can't remember that one, huh?
Uh-uh.
Okay, but you have little letter people for most of them, right? Why are you a Hazel hero?
'Cause I've been good.
You've been good? And what are you doing when you're being good?
I sit down.
You sit down when you're supposed to sit down, right?
Uh-huh, and I get to go to the magic yard.
The magic yard? Well, what's the magic yard?
You get candy out of it.
You do? Well, why do you get candy?
'Cause you've been good.
Okay. And that's in Mrs. Beaver's class that you get the chance to do that? Sounds like you're having a good time, huh? Yeah, well, you keep up the good work in school, huh?
Uh-huh.
Glad to have you here. And you go to school in the afternoon, right? And it's the morning, and it's just like going to school in the morning, too, right?
Yeah, my brother goes in the morning.
He does? Is he in kindergarten, too? Oh, he's in what grade?
1st grade.
But he goes all day. He goes morning and the afternoon, right? Do you walk to school by yourself?
My mama drives me.
She drives you and drops you off? Do you walk home? Your mom comes and gets you and your brother?
Well, my brother walks home.
Oh, your mom comes and gets you, huh? Cool. You having a good time? Good. And you're also from Hoover School, right? What's your name?
Amanda.
Amanda. You have another name? Your last name?
Bradybaugh.
And how old are you, Amanda?
7.
7. And do I remember correctly that you're in 2nd grade?
Yes.
Oh, you like 2nd grade. Do you like it? What kind of things are you doing in 2nd grade?
Reading.
Reading? Is that all you do? Must do some other things, right?
Math.
Oh. You probably like reading better than you do math. You like math better? What kind of math are you doing?
Subtraction.
Subtraction. Now, you already know how to add, and you're doing subtraction.
Mm-hmm.
What else do you do in 2nd grade?
We play.
What kind of things do you guys play?
We play the alphabet lotto
Mm-hmm.
and bingo,
Mm-hmm.
and that's all we play.
That's all you play. And who's your teacher?
Mrs. Allen,
Mrs. Allen. And what sort of things are you doing in terms of reading? You can read books now, right?
mm-hmm,
And you have a reading book that you read every day?
mm-hmm,
All right. Do you have homework?
yes.
How many nights do you have homework?
Every night except Friday.
Every night except for Friday? When's the best time, or how long does it take you to do your homework, do you know?
5 minutes.
5 minutes? What kind of homework do you usually have?
Reading and math.
Okay, and you get it done in 5 minutes? When do you do it? When you first get home, or do you have dinner and then you do it?
Sometimes I do it after dinner, sometimes I do it before.
What makes you decide when you're going to do it?
Well, sometimes I get really mad and I want to do it.
Sometimes you get really mad, and when you get mad, you want to do your homework? Oh, how come you do that?
Because my sister gets me angry and I want her to quit bugging me.
Oh, so you say, now I'm doing homework, and she stops bugging you, right? What's your sister's name?
Tiffany,
How old is Tiff?
3.
3. Oh, so she's a little person. What does she do to bug you?
Scream.
Scream? But she wants to play, right? And you don't always want to play? Ah. Why are you a Hazel hero?
Because I've been good and I haven't been getting into trouble.
You've been good and you haven't been getting into trouble, right? If I were to ask Tiff that, would she say that that was true?
She doesn't come to school.
She doesn't. So you've been good at school, right?
Mhm.
And you haven't been getting into trouble. And you've been getting all your homework done? And I also understand that you're a pretty good student, and Mrs. Allen appreciates you in class a whole lot, right? Always willing to help and always willing to get your work done.
Mhm.
All right. You keep up the good work, okay? All right. Glad to have you here. And then from Longfellow School, we got some guy here. What's your name?
Louis Tabone.
And Louis, you're in what grade?
4th.
4th? And how long have you gone to Longfellow?
4 years, I think. Yeah, 4 years.
4 years. So you've always gone to Longfellow School?
Yeah.
Okay. And who's your teacher?
Mr. Jones.
Mr. Jones. Now, if I remember correctly, your teacher wasn't the one who recommended you to be a Hazel hero, right?
No.
Who was it?
Mrs. Brown and a lady in that, because we had a candy set. So they gave me 2 extra candy bars and I brought them back.
How'd you know you had extra candy bars?
Me and my mom counted them.
So when you got home, you were supposed to have, how many were you supposed to have, do you remember?
30.
30, and you had 36?
32.
32. So you ended up with 2 extra candy bars.
Yes.
And you brought them back.
Yep.
And said, hey, I had too many.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a pretty honest thing to do, right?
Yep.
Have you done other honest things like that?
Sometimes.
Sometimes? Can you think of another honest thing you did? Because that's a really honest thing. You could have eaten those candy bars, right?
Yeah.
You could have eaten them. Your mom could have said, bring them back, and you could have eaten them on the way.
Yeah.
Did you think about it?
Mm-hmm.
And decided what?
That I'm better off bringing them back.
Why were you better off?
Because, if I didn't bring them back and that, I could, say if I got, my mom would have found out and that, and I would have got in trouble.
Okay.
And that.
It's a pretty honest thing to do, right?
Yeah.
And when you do honest things like that, it kind of makes you feel good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Sometimes we do things that we feel pretty good about ourselves about, and that's one thing that makes you feel good,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yep.
4th grade, what are you doing in 4th grade?
Reading, writing, English, math. We play
You have a favorite thing to do?
math,
Math? What kind of things do they do in 4th grade, man?
times tables, adding.
You know your times tables?
Yeah.
All of them?
Not all of them.
Can I give you a quiz?
Right.
I'm going to ask you hard ones. Let's start with an easy one. 5 times 4.
4 times 4, 20.
That was an easy one, right? 6 times 4.
6 times 4, 24.
Very good. And let's do a hard one now. I'll give you a hard one. I only know it's hard because it was hard for me. I remember when my dad taught me these because I always didn't want to learn them. 7 times 8.
7 times 8.
That's a hard one, isn't it? See, I remember those are 7 8s are 56. And you know what happens? After you remember them, it's like you never forget them. It's like I was in Florida not long ago visiting my father, who lives down there, and we'd taken our bikes because my wife and I ride bikes. And we said to my dad, would you like to ride bikes with us? And he said, yeah. And he hadn't ridden a bike in probably 20 years. And he got on the bike, and he knew how to do it. And he rode the bike, and it's like the multiplication tables. Once you learn them, you kind of never forget them. I remember them, and I learned them so long ago. Shannon, do you know the multiplication tables? Not yet, huh? It won't be long. Hey, you keep up the good work, and we appreciate guys like you who are honest and forthright. That's good, and I'm glad that you feel good about it. All right? Because the Hazel Heroes from Hoover and from Longfellow, right? Is that right? Our next group of heroes come from Roosevelt School in Edison. And I'm going to start over here with a first grade person from Edison School. Didn't you tell me you were in first grade?
Yes.
And do you always get all dressed up like this to go to school?
Yeah.
Every day you wear a dress?
No.
Yeah. Oh. Did you get dressed up today?
Yeah.
How come? Because you're going to come and see me? Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Did you get dressed up for me? Huh? Did you? I guess, huh? You guess? Sounds like a good thing to do. Pretty fancy dress, isn't it?
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. And what's your name?
Joanne.
And your last name?
Bauer.
And you're in first grade, right?
Right.
Who teaches first grade over there at Edison School?
Mrs. Anderson.
Mrs. Anderson. And how are you liking first grade?
I like it.
Do you like it better than kindergarten?
Yeah.
How come?
I love work.
You love work? Now, if I were to ask your mom that, would she tell me that you love to work, too?
I don't know.
You don't know. Do you work at the house?
Well, I have homework.
You have homework every night?
Yeah.
How long does it take you to do your homework?
I don't know.
Does it take 5 minutes or 10 minutes, or does it take all night?
No.
Doesn't take all night. Takes just a little bit of time.
Uh-huh.
And what kind of homework does Mrs. Anderson give you?
Math,
Uh-huh.
writing, numbers.
So you have homework in different areas, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And how come you're a Hazel Hero? You're all dressed up?
I'm a good student, a good worker. That's about it.
You're a good student and a good worker? And how come you're such a good worker? You know, that came up with us a couple times in this conversation, that you do your work good.
Yeah.
Why are you such a good worker?
Well, I do my work fast, but
You just are, huh?
yeah.
What other kinds of things are you doing? And do you get a chance to play or have fun in school, too?
Yeah.
When do you have fun?
Lunch?
At lunchtime? You stay for lunch?
Yeah.
What are you having for lunch today?
Chicken?
Chicken? You had two choices. Did you have choices?
Yeah.
What was the other choice?
Meatball?
Meatball or chicken, right? And you chose chicken.
Yeah.
Have you had the chicken before?
No.
You haven't. Have you had the meatball?
No.
I thought maybe that's why you're having the chicken, huh?
Yeah.
Food pretty good?
Yeah.
What do you like the best that comes to your school?
Pizza?
Pizza? What day is pizza day?
Any day? I don't know.
Is it a particular day?
No.
Is it a certain day at Edison School?
Not really.
Not really. It just kind of varied.
About everything.
Okay. All right. Well, listen, we're glad to have you on the program. You keep up the good work. I think I'm going to check with your mom and see if you're as good a worker at home. Do you make your own bed?
No.
Oh, who, does it get made?
No.
Do you think it's just magic that it gets made?
Mm-mm.
So, do you clean your own room?
Yeah.
Do you?
I got a sister.
Your sister?
I got 2 sisters.
Oh, well, how are they bigger or littler than you?
Both.
One bigger and one smaller, right?
Uh-huh.
And what's your sister's name?
Joyce and Jessica.
Joyce is the big one,
Uh-huh.
and Jessica is the small one.
Yeah.
How old are they?
3 and 8.
Okay. So, Jessica is about 2 years older than you, right?
And 6.
Yeah, so 6 and 8, that makes her about 2 years older, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Does she have to work?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you guys do dishes?
Which one? The little one or the big
The
one?
big one.
Yeah.
You guys do the dishes. That's good. Glad to see you do that.
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Who does them when you don't?
My mom.
Ah. Do you do dishes?
Yes, I clean the whole house practically.
You do? How
Yeah.
come you clean the house?
Because I have 3 brothers and they always mess it up.
You have 3 brothers?
Yes.
Bigger?
One is bigger, he goes to Web,
Uh-huh.
and one's littler and he's in 3rd grade, and one don't go to school yet.
How old is he? The guy that doesn't go to
4.
school. 4? And do you think boys are messy?
Yes.
What?
Yes, a lot.
Are they?
Yeah.
Who's the messiest, the big one or the little one?
The 2 little ones, because they fight and throw toys at each other.
Do they?
Uh-huh.
The 3rd grader
Yeah, and the little one.
and the little one. And you're responsible for helping clean up?
Yep.
What's the hardest thing to clean up?
The kitchen.
The kitchen. Yeah, when you feed a lot of people, they're kind of messy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you do dishes?
Well, sometimes, but if the dishwasher's full, yeah.
Oh, you have a dishwasher. That's the kind of dishes I like to do is with a dishwasher. I do them really well with a dishwasher, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you fight over who's going to load the dishwasher?
No, we fight. Yeah, we fight over who's going to do it.
Mm-hmm. Who wins?
Me and my older brother have to do it usually.
So it's not a matter of who wins, it's a matter of who loses, right? You and your...
Mhm.
What's your older brother's name?
John.
John. What's your name?
Kim.
And your
Dutkiewicz.
husband?
Dutkiewicz.
Dutkiewicz. And Kim. I asked you off camera, and since it was okay. Mr. Wade, you're in Mr. Wade's class, right?
Yes.
And what is that 4th or 5th grade?
It's both, but I'm in 5th.
You're in 5th grade. Okay. And he always sends me a message, right?
Yep.
And what was his message today?
To tell him that, to tell you that, well, to say that he's nice and kind, because he wanted me to say that,
Okay.
and that you're a good boss.
And I was really glad that he sent that message. That I'm a good boss. Is that what he said?
Yeah.
Hey, that's the best news I've had all day. You know that? I'm really glad you're here. Why are you a Hazel hero?
Because I'm a hard worker, I get all my work done, I always smile, and I volunteer to do things extra that don't have to be done.
What kind of things do you volunteer to do?
Help other people and clean up books and stuff like that.
Do you?
Mhm.
When do you find time to do all that?
When I get all my work done.
So you got to get your work done first, right?
Uh-huh.
And tell me about homework. Do you have homework?
Yeah,
How many nights?
every night except for Friday.
Okay. And when do you do your homework?
When I go to Latchkey right after my post.
Oh, so you go to Latchkey right after? and
No, I go to my post.
So you're a safety patrol or a...
Service squad for Miss
service squad.
Anderson.
And what's the difference between safety patrol and a service squad?
Safety patrol, you have to stand outside and be cold and cross kids.
Mhm.
And service squad, you stay inside and help the teacher put up the chairs and watch the chalkboard and stuff like that.
And stay warm.
Uh-huh.
Except when it's nice outside.
Well, yeah.
And then you have to stay inside and be hot.
I only do it before school and after school.
Okay. And how long does it take?
About 20 minutes.
Okay. 20 minutes each time?
No, sometimes just, if she has a teacher's meeting, 5. because she has to be there by 3:05.
Yeah. Okay. We're glad to have people like you around to help us out.
Thank you.
Service squad is an important thing because you do help the teacher get some things done that they have to do at the end of the day and at the beginning of the day, right?
Yep.
And that's helpful. And appreciate that. And appreciate the fact that you helped your brother with the dishes. I'm sure your mom liked that too, huh? How you doing?
Fine.
Are you having fun?
Yeah.
Not really, right? You look so suspicious at me. Why you always look suspicious at me?
I don't know.
What does your sweatshirt say? Property of
Bad attitude.
bad attitude? Where did you get that?
From Target.
From Target?
Mm-hmm.
Who gave it to you?
My mom.
What do you think that means?
I got a bad attitude.
Is that what it means?
Yeah.
I doubt that a whole lot. Did you have a bad attitude?
Sometimes.
About what?
My sister.
How old is your sister?
She's 7.
7. Does that make her younger than you, right?
Mhm.
How old are you?
11.
11. So what's your sister's name?
Candace.
Candace. What does Candace do to give you a bad attitude?
She starts things with me.
She starts them, right? This is important for your mom to know. Mom, please recognize it. Candace starts things with you?
Yeah.
All right. What kind of things does she start? We're going to put a stop to this.
Well, if, like, I gotta clean my room, she won't help me.
And then when you holler at her,
I get in trouble for
you
it.
get in trouble, right? Is your mom watching this?
I don't know.
Is she with you today?
No.
Do you think she'll watch this?
Yeah.
Your mom, just recognize that she gets in trouble for Candace, right? There. I'm going to help you out, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else you need help with?
No.
I can help.
Mm-mm.
I can. What's your name?
Kristina.
And your last name, Kristina.
Crussen.
And what grade are you in?
6.
6. You're a big shot over at Roosevelt School, right?
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
Yeah.
Sure. You can say it. You are. 6th graders are all the big shots, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How long have you gone to Roosevelt School?
For a year and a half.
Where'd you go before that?
Halfman Elementary.
And that's in Madison Heights, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ha, how'd you like that? You didn't think I'd know that, right? And came to Hazel Park. Now you live in Hazel Park?
Mm-hmm.
All right. And does Candace go to school?
Yeah.
What grade is Candace in?
2nd.
2nd. Who's your teacher?
Miss Benton.
And she's new to Roosevelt this year, right?
Mm-hmm.
She came from board school. What are you doing in 6th grade?
Handwriting, math, spelling, and social studies.
Oh, yeah? You have a favorite?
No.
Like them all?
No.
Don't like them all. do you have, which one do you like the best, even though you may not like some?
Social studies.
Social studies. What kind of things are you studying right now?
Well, we're making a big map right now.
Map of what?
We have to design our own country.
Oh, so you're making a country of your own?
Uh-huh.
What are you going to call it?
We didn't decide a name
You
yet.
haven't decided? What's it going to look like? It's going to look like Florida, have lots of warm weather, and
Yeah.
or is it going to have snow?
It's going to be warm.
Warm? What else is it going to look like?
I don't know.
You're going to have, are you going to be able to make a living there?
Yeah.
Factories or something like that?
Uh-huh.
What kind of factories? Well, you haven't thought about that, right?
Mm-mm.
Oh, I got to think about making a living. Can't live in a country where you don't have a way to make a living, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe you can just fish. You eat fish all the time, or something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why are you a Hazel Halo?
Because I participate and I'm a good worker.
You participate in what?
Group discussions.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have discussions in 6th grade?
Yeah.
What kind of things do you talk about?
Like, we talk about, we have to do, like, a daily oral language, and we have to, like, raise our hands and, tell, like, a correction on the sentences,
Mm-hmm.
and I participate in that.
You're pretty good at that?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Didn't I also read you were good at writing, and you always bring your writing up and ask how you can make it better?
Mhm.
Right. You know, and that's a good attribute for people. A good thing to have, because that's how we learn, right? Is when people can give us what they call constructive criticism, as opposed to the criticism that your sister gives you, right? Your sister gives you destructive criticism, right? Your teacher gives you constructive criticism. If you do this, it's better, right? Rather than your sister saying, that's not right. You keep up the good work. Glad to have people like you. And that's just one of those things that we have to learn to live with most of our sibs, because they kind of do that to you. I had brothers and sisters. I had a brother that was older, and a sister, and a brother who was younger, so I know what they did to me, right? They did all kinds of things to us. How you doing? You doing okay? All right. Your name is Shannon? All right. That's okay. And what's your name, Shannon? What's your last name?
Peter.
Uh-huh. And how old are you, Shannon? Are you in kindergarten? Are you in kindergarten? Okay. It's okay. It's okay to be in kindergarten. I was in kindergarten, but you know what? I can't remember when I was in kindergarten. It was so long ago. Can you believe how long it would be for me to be in kindergarten? Huh? It could be forever, right? A man with all the gray hair that I have? Huh? You know how long it takes to get gray hair? Well, it takes a long time. Your mom doesn't have gray hair, does she?
No.
No, your mom doesn't. These kids don't have gray hair. I have lots of it, don't I? Do you know how long it takes? Doesn't take long. Doesn't take long. Now, who's your teacher in kindergarten?
Mrs. Rasberg.
Mrs. Rasberg is your teacher. And my understanding is that you also go to Mrs. Schultz, too, right? What do you do in Mrs. Schultz's class?
Read stories.
You read stories? You go there for story time every day, right? And is this your first year at Roosevelt School? Where did you go to school before you came to Roosevelt? Can't remember the name? That's okay. That's okay. Doesn't matter. Okay. And now you're in Mrs. Rasberg's class too, right? And what kind of things are you doing in Mrs. Rasberg's class? Well, you must do something when you go there.
Play.
Play? What kind of things are you playing?
Puzzles.
Puzzles? Can you put puzzles together? Do you have a favorite puzzle to put together? What's the name of it? Or what is it about? What does it look like when you get it done?
I don't know.
Do you put it together? How do you know where the pieces go if you don't know what it's going to look like?
I know where the pieces go.
How do you know?
Because.
Tell me how you know.
Because I played with the cat and the lion puzzle.
Oh, so it's a cat and a lion. When you put it together, is it a cat? And is it a lion? So you have two puzzles that you put together? Oh, wow. Now, when do
I
you
have a lot of puzzles.
You have more puzzles than that? Where do you have more puzzles? At school? What are the other puzzles that you put together? Don't know? Because you like the lion one and the cat one the best? All right. What other things are you doing? I know Mrs. Rasberg would have you doing other things too, right? Are you learning the letters of the alphabet? Not yet? I won't ask you to say them, but I know that since you're in kindergarten, you have to start learning those things pretty soon, right? The A and the B and C. And do you have the letter people down in your class? You do? Can you tell me one letter person that you know?
Mr. M.
Mr. M. And Mr. M is for M, right? And are you learning to write that letter M also? Got how many humps? He got lots of humps, doesn't he?
No, 2 humps.
2 humps? Well, do you know a letter that only has 1 hump? You haven't learned that one yet? There are letters with only 1 hump. Now, can you tell me why you're a Hazel hero? You don't know? Don't remember? Well, I just heard and I just read good things about you.
What?
Well, I heard that you've only been at Roosevelt a very short period of time, and that you've made some friends. And that's really important, right? Making friends is a really important thing to do because friends can help you, right? Also understand that you go to Mrs. Schultz's class for kindergarten, for story time, and that you're just getting along really well at Roosevelt School. Is that right? So I heard the right things. Well, I'm really glad. We're glad to have people like you. Whereabouts do you live? Do you live in Hazel Park?
Ferndale.
You live in Ferndale? That's a pretty good place to live. We know some people that live in Ferndale. We know lots of people that live in Ferndale. Does that bother you? That's corn. It's okay. All right, we're glad to have you on our program. You keep up the good work, huh?
Okay.
All right. There we have it. Roosevelt and Edison. I remember Mr. Wade from Edison, right? All right. Our next group of heroes come from Ford School and from Clark. And I'm going to start over here with Charles from Ford School. Charles, loosen up a little bit. Have a good time. Are you having a good time?
Yeah.
What are you having such a good time about?
I don't know.
You don't know why you're having a good time. You just know you're having a good time.
Yeah.
Okay. And you're from Ford School?
Mm-hmm.
And how long have you gone to Ford School?
For 5 years.
For 5 years? And you're in the 5th grade, so you've always gone to Ford School?
No.
You didn't go to kindergarten at Ford School?
No.
Where did you go?
To a grailing school in Detroit.
Okay. And then you moved to Hazel Park?
Yeah.
And you're having such a good time here today, right?
Right.
I'm glad. What about the work that you are missing in your class? Are you going to have to make it up?
Yeah.
Are you? You think so? What is all this stuff on your hand here?
It's for lunch.
For lunch? What are you having for lunch today?
Chicken nuggets.
Chicken nuggets? Or you could have had meatball?
Mm-hmm.
How come you're having chicken nuggets?
Because I don't like meatball.
That's okay. I wanted somebody to say that, and I finally found someone brave enough. I hope Mr. Tomasak isn't watching this. Boy, oh boy, if he is, I'll be over there at Ford School. Mr. Tomasak, are you listening? He doesn't usually listen to this program, I don't think. I understand that you're on the safety patrol.
Yeah.
How did you get on the safety patrol?
Two kids quit and I got one of their places.
How did they know that you were interested?
The teacher that runs the safety patrol, Mrs. Perversky, asked me.
She asked you to be on it?
Yeah.
What do you have to be a safety patrol person?
Have good grades and always be on time.
That's kind of like being dependable, right? Are you late back to school because you have to stay in your post, right?
No, we have to be there by 8:05 and leave by. We have to leave by 8:20.
How do you know what time it is? I don't see you having.
The other person on my post has a watch.
Okay, and you know what time it is, right?
Yeah.
Where's your post, Charles?
At Maxwell and Hughes.
Ooh, that's a busy street, isn't it?
Not really.
It's not. Hughes is a big highway, though. It's the biggest one that runs through there, isn't it?
I don't know.
You don't remember. I guess I always go down Hughes, and I always think it's fairly busy. Maybe there's not many cars that come down, but it has a capacity for it. Why are you a Hazel hero?
Because I have good grades and I volunteer for a lot of stuff, and I always get my work done on time.
And that's really good, huh? You got to get your work done, right?
Right.
Always get your work done before you have extra projects. Now, I asked because age came up in the other discussion. If you could be any age, what age would you want to be?
16.
So, you could do what?
Learn how to drive.
Learn how to drive a car. You know, everybody wants to learn how to drive. It's heck when you have to walk places, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, but it's good for you. You know, when you get old and gray-haired like me, you know what you do? You go out and walk. Do you know that? Because we don't get any exercise. So, just think when you get old enough to get gray hair like mine, you're going to be walking. rather than driving a car. Can you believe that?
No.
You can't believe that? Do you know anybody who walks? Any older folk who walk?
No.
Don't know. Do you know any older folk?
No.
You know anybody with gray hair like mine? Look at it closely. Look at it close.
Kind of my grandma.
Your grandmother has... Yeah, I could be your grandparent. Your grandmother has... Does your grandmother walk?
No.
What does she do for exercise?
I don't know. Sometimes she walks across the street.
Yeah. I used to exercise by walking to the dinner table, but, you know, I started having to walk further than that, so now I walk around the block or a couple blocks every night or every day. Can you believe that? I probably walk more than you do, right? How much do you walk?
Maybe. Sometimes I walk to school and sometimes I walk home.
How far is that? Very far?
Over the bridge.
Over the bridge? Ah, so that's quite a ways. You gotta go over the bridge, and so that makes it long, right? You like the bridge?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of fun, right? Oh, right. What's your name?
Deana.
Deana. Do you have a last name?
Yes.
Yeah. What's your last name?
Hevicon.
And what grade are you in, Deana?
4th.
4th. How do you like 4th grade?
I like it.
What do you like about it? Tell me 2 things. Let me give you a clue. You like your teacher?
Yes.
Oh, okay. That's one of them. Now you got to come up with the other one.
And I like to do things like in the morning we do an exercise called chicken fat.
Chicken fat? What is this exercise?
We have a thing and it says what you do and you touch your toes and you do jumping jacks.
Oh, is that right? Do you know the song? Can you sing it for us?
No.
So it's like an exercise tape?
Yeah.
First thing in the morning? Get your blood going?
Yeah.
So you do jumping jacks and you do toe touches, and what else do you do?
We do the tortoise in the hair.
What's a tortoise in the hair?
First, we play the tortoise and we run in place really slow and then we run really fast.
Oh, you run in place.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Now, who's your teacher?
Miss Cox.
Does Miss Cox do these too?
Yeah.
Or does she watch you?
She does them with us.
Does she? Can she? How does she do the hair? Does she do the hair really fast? You think she could run fast?
Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
Hey, are you a Hazel? You're a Hazel hero, right?
Yeah.
How come?
Because I'm a good citizen. I'm helpful, and I'm nice to my classmates.
And you know, that's been kind of a theme with a number of people that we've talked to today, isn't it? If you listen to their interviews thus far, is that most of the people are good citizens. What does a good citizen mean to you? How are you a good citizen?
A good worker and a good listener.
And I think one of the things that I saw mentioned was that you're kind to other people. And being kind to other people is also really good. We have to live on this earth, and we have to be kind to people, and people generally respond to us the way we are to them, right? Did you notice that? That if you're nice to people, people are nice to you? If you're not nice to people, sometimes they're not nice to you, right? Yeah, that happens a lot. And since we talked about age, what age would you want to be?
19.
I know. You want to be, it grew an age. It grew a year since I talked to you before we went on the air. Why do you want to be 19?
So I can move out.
Move out and be on your own?
Yep.
What do you want to do when you graduate from high school and get out on your own?
I don't know.
Do you want to work? You want to go to school? What do you want to do?
I want to go to school.
Oh, so you want to move out and go to school?
Yeah,
Where?
even though I don't like it very much right now.
Well, but you will. You will. Because you know what? You got the right attitude. You like doing what you're doing, and you like, and even though some of it you don't like, you're able to do it. And you have a good attitude about it, and that's part of the success. Because all the times we don't always like all the things that we have to do, right?
Right.
I have to do some things that I really don't like to do sometimes. Do you ever have to do things that you don't want to do? Tell me a couple that you have to do that you don't like to do.
Clean the room.
Clean your room.
Take out the garbage.
And my wife makes me do that. You know that? She makes me. Well, she makes me clean up after myself, right? And you should do that, right? I mean, you shouldn't leave your clothes laying around and all that kind of stuff, right? So everybody has to step on them. So it's not a problem. But why is it most of us don't like taking out the garbage?
Because it smells.
Smells. Mr. Fox. Mr. Fox, do you take out the garbage at your house?
Yeah.
Do you? Do you like doing that job?
Yeah.
You like taking out the garbage?
Doesn't matter to me.
Can you come by my house on Tuesdays and take out the garbage? Charles, do you take out the garbage? You do? If you don't, who does? Do you ever forget?
Sometimes
What happens when you forget?
the dad takes it out.
Your dad. I remember my dad used to take it out. I used to get in trouble when he had to take it out. Do you get in trouble if you don't take it out?
No,
Who takes it out?
my dad.
Okay. How many garbage bags do you have?
I don't know. Sometimes we have to go over to my grandma's and take out the garbage because we rake the leaves during the week.
Yeah, that's the pits. I took out the leaves yesterday. I must have had 20 bags. Do you have lots of bags
Mm-hmm.
at your grandmother's house? Yeah, she has lots of trees. What's your name?
Amy Tassie.
And you're in 6th grade, right?
Yes.
Is that Clark School?
Mm-hmm.
And who's 6th grade teacher at Clark School?
Miss Kenyon.
Okay. And that's the room that you're in, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's a really pretty necklace. Where did anybody get a necklace like that?
Got it from my aunt
Your aunt? How come?
for my birthday.
When was your birthday?
October 22nd.
Oh, so you just had birthday.
Mm-hmm.
How old were you? 75?
No.
No gray hair, right? You couldn't be 75. Because I'm not 75. Almost. How old? Let me guess. You're in 6th grade, right?
Mm-hmm.
You've got to be 12.
Nope.
11?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. You're just a young little thing, aren't you? Huh?
Mm-hmm.
And how you like being 11?
It's good.
It's okay. And if you could be any age, supposing I was a fairy, and I could make you any age that you wanted to be, a magic fairy, and I could make you any age go. How old would you want me to make you?
About 18.
18. Oh, then this has increased 2 years since I talked to you last. Why would you want to be 18?
So I could be older than my sisters and boss them around.
Whoa, you like to boss your sister? You have some older sisters, huh?
Mm-hmm.
How old are they?
12 and 17.
17 and 12? Oh, boy. And you're 11. Yeah, I know what happens, right? Do they boss you around? Do they get all the easy jobs around the house?
No.
Who gets the easy jobs?
Me.
Who gives the jobs out?
My mom.
Your mom? I hope your sisters don't watch this. They'll be after you, right? About getting the easy jobs. What are the jobs you have to do around the house?
Clean the bathroom and clean the kitchen.
How often do you clean the bathroom?
About every day.
Every day? And clean the kitchen? Oh, yuck. You have to do dishes?
Sometimes. Usually my mom makes my sisters do them.
Ah, so you have to clean off the table.
Mm-hmm.
Stack the dishes. I have to do that. My wife makes me do that. Clean off the table. You know the hardest thing for me?
What?
It's to knowing where to put the food that's not, that you don't eat. Because you can't throw it away, and you have to put it in those little packages or whatever to put in the refrigerator, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have to do that? Who does that?
My mom sometimes.
Oh, your mom does. Okay. I've been trying to get my wife to do that, and she just doesn't seem to want to do it. Why are you a Hazel hero?
Because I'm a safety service squatter
There you go.
in the library, and I help Miss Bryce stamp date dues, put down the chairs in the morning, and sometimes shelve books.
How did you get to be a service squad person?
We had this thing at the beginning of the year where if anybody wanted to be a service squatter, they would raise their hand and they would go ask Mr. Swallow, and he would give it to you if nobody else had it.
See the man in charge, Mr. Swallow?
Mr. Swallow, Miss Kenyon, and Mr. Preston all do it.
Oh, they have 3 people? Three bosses?
They all do that.
Service squad and safety patrol?
Yes.
Oh, that's kind of a neat deal. They got 3 people. And why are you a Hazel hero? Because of that, right?
Mhm.
Because you work in the library.
Mhm.
And sounds like you get a chance to do lots of things.
Mhm.
And that must mean that you're dependable and you're a hard worker and you get all your work done. Right? You keep up the good work, okay?
Okay.
Glad to have you here. Ford and Clark, right? Remember where you guys are from? And our last group of heroes come from Webster. And Tony, I can't remember what school you're from. United Oaks. And your name is Tony, right? I
Yeah.
remembered your name, couldn't remember your school. And what's your last name, Tony?
Saba.
And Tony is in what grade?
Second.
And how you like being in second grade?
It's fine.
It's fine. But I understand that you've been sick.
Yeah, I have to go to the doctor like every 3 days, but like I think it's now every 10 days.
You used to go to the doctor every 3 days?
But now I think it's every 10 days.
What was the doctor doing for you?
Giving me medicine and giving me stuff to take home,
What kind of stuff?
like stickers.
Stickers? What
Yeah,
kind of stickers? They stick on your hand?
yeah.
Are they like tattoos?
No.
Just stickers, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, how come you get all these stickers from your doctor?
Because I was good at the doctor's.
Is he giving you a shot or anything like that?
No.
No shots. Just medicine? What do you say is wrong with you?
I have pneumonia and asthma.
Oh, you have pneumonia and asthma. Asthma's pretty bad stuff, isn't it?
Yeah.
You take medicine for your asthma?
Yeah, but not anymore until we go to see the doctor.
Gotta go back and see him, huh, to see if it's...
Because
if
the
it's
medicine expired.
Oh. Well, you don't sound too congested to me. But I'm not a doctor, right?
Yeah.
Now, can you give me pneumonia if you breathe on me, Tony? If you breathe on my microphone? You're gonna
No.
give pneumonia to these guys. You can't give pneumonia away like that. You don't
No.
want to give it to anybody, do you?
No.
And one of the reasons that you're a Hazel hero is related to your being sick, right?
And I did all my work, that's why I always like to help people in school.
Yeah. And how long were you out of school with this pneumonia and asthma?
I think 3 or 4 days.
3 or 4 days. And the information I had said that when you came back, that you were all taken care of, right? You had your work all done?
Yeah.
When did you do your work? While you were sick?
Yeah.
I mean, you just didn't lay around and watch TV, huh?
No. I did my work and then sometimes I watch TV before I did my work and then I did my work. And sometimes I do my work before I watch TV.
Okay. Now, how did you get your work home?
My brother takes it from this one person in my class. Every time it's a new person.
Okay, so your teacher sends work to your brother,
Yeah.
and your brother brings it home to you?
Yeah.
Did he take it back for you, too?
I think so, yeah.
Well, that was really neat, because I did read where you went back and you didn't have any work to do because you'd done it already, right?
Yeah.
All right, you continue that good kind of work having the asthma, and I didn't know that you had asthma, but sometimes you're going to feel gunked up all the time with a change of weather and things like that. It's hard for you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. So you just keep up the good work, okay? All right. And when you're absent, because you will have to be, you can maybe get your work done like you did before, right? That's a pretty good deal, isn't it?
Yep.
You ever been absent from school for a period of time?
No.
Just a day or two at a time?
I've been going, as long as I've been gone is 1 day.
1 day? Okay.
Yeah.
So you just get 1 day in makeup, but when you're gone like Tony is here for 3 or 4 days, the work can pile up, right? When you think of doing all that work. 3 or 4 days work, yuck, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. What's your name?
Jeff Galley.
And how old are you, Jeff?
I'm 10.
10. How you like being 10?
I'm fine.
Would you like to be any other age if you could?
No.
Like being 10. What's the best thing about being 10?
The best thing about being 10 is you're older.
Older. Are you the oldest one in your family?
No, I'm the youngest.
You're the youngest.
Uh-huh.
And you like being the youngest?
Uh-huh.
Why?
Because I get more stuff than my brothers.
Do you?
Yeah.
What kind of things do you have that your brothers don't have?
I have a fast track. I have a 10-speed mountain bike, an 18-speed mountain bike.
18 speed?
Yep. I have a lot more different stuff than my brothers do.
I have a mountain bike, but it's only 10 speeds, I think, 10 or 12. Do you use all the speeds?
Yeah.
Where do you find mountains around here?
Nowhere.
Nowhere. So where do you use all those speeds?
On the street.
On the street? You gotta be able to go pretty fast on that mountain bike then if it's 18 speeds, right?
Yeah.
Can you ride faster than most of the kids in your block?
Yeah.
Because you have the gears, right?
Yeah.
Those are pretty neat bikes.
Yeah.
Who's your teacher?
Miss Lego.
Webster School, right?
Yeah.
You guys just did a big sale of Christmas stuff, right?
Yeah.
Did you sell some of it?
No, I didn't sell any.
Are you selling some, aren't they doing another sale over there?
Yeah.
Christmas sausage, is it?
Yeah.
Are you going to do that?
Yeah, I think.
You think?
Yeah.
Hey, how come you're a Hazel hero?
Because I help other kids in my class. I get my work done. I never get in fights.
Oh, that's cool. Even in lunchroom?
Yeah, even in lunchroom, I never get in a fight.
Are you having lunch today?
Maybe.
You're going to have the meatball, right?
Yeah.
That's what you told me, right? You're going to have the meatball. You had the chicken nuggets or the meatball, right?
Yep.
And you decided for the meatball?
Yep.
Probably be good for you. You know that? Oh, well.
Okay.
How long have you gone to school in Hazel Park?
Well, I went there 2 or 3 years before, and then I went to 2 other schools, and I came back.
Oh. And, of course, Webster School is the best school, right?
Yeah.
Do you say that? I don't have to tell you that Webster School is the best?
Webster School is the best.
Hey, if Mr. Mirror and Mrs. Schlegel watches this, and Mrs. Schlegel is the best, right?
Yeah.
Is she?
Yeah.
Say it loud and clear.
Miss Lego is the best.
Hey, that sounds good to me. I'm going to be sure that she watches this program so that you're taken care of. All right. And our last hero for today, the last hero for November, the whole month of November, you're the last hero. How you like that?
I like it.
And what's your name?
Thomas Hanna.
And we know your mom, right? I know your mom.
Yep.
Because she's a secretary over at, what school is that?
Edison.
Who's her boss?
Mr. Cox.
Ah, okay. He's the principal over at Edison School,
Yep.
right? And you go to Webster School.
Yep.
Oh, do you know the secretaries over there?
Yep.
Who are they?
Miss Glasgow and Miss Jackson.
How do you know them?
Because I worked for them a couple times.
What did you do?
I answered phones while they went out to lunch.
Ah, how do you answer the phone?
Good afternoon, Webster Elementary School students. We can help me. I help you.
And what happens if they're grouchy at the other end? What do you do?
I give the phone to Mr. Mara.
Did you ever have anybody grouchy?
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah.
What were they grouchy about? Don't tell me names. Just tell me.
They called and wanted me to go outside looking for their kids.
Oh.
But I was inside the office alone, and I couldn't do that because you're not supposed to use the office alone.
Yeah, you'd have a hard time doing that, right?
Yep. So they called Mr. Mara, and Mr. Mara told me I did the right thing.
Okay. So you can't get in trouble even when you're a student on the phone, right?
Right.
Okay. And what grade are you in?
I'm in 5th.
5th. And who's your teacher?
Mr. Petrick.
Okay. What kind of things are you doing over there in the 5th grade?
We do math, science, read. We read a lot. We do a lot of science.
I remember the written stuff I read. It said that you know something about computers.
Yep, I do. I work a lot with my computer at home.
What kind of computer do you have?
A Macintosh.
A Macintosh. Where did you get that?
We got Computer City.
And well, your mom's probably a big help because she knows the Macintosh too, right?
Yep. And I also help her sometimes.
Do you?
Yep.
What kind of programs do you know?
I know ClearsWorks. I know Calendar Maker. I know Badge Maker. And I know a lot of different ones.
What other ones?
Computer City. Not Computer City.
That's okay.
I know a lot of games on the computer.
Oh,
Wheel of Fortune. And other ones.
Do they have Wheel of Fortune?
Yep.
Do they have Vanna White on Wheel of Fortune?
Yep.
They do?
Mhm.
And what's the other guy that gives you the letters? Can't remember his name.
Nope.
Can you remember his name?
Nope.
Interesting. You remember Vanna White, but you can't remember the other.
Yep.
Well, that is interesting, isn't it?
Yep.
Why are you Hazel?
Because I service squad for Miss Roddy in the morning. Then at lunchtime I service squad for Miss Crane and Miss McClellan. Then after school I service squad for Miss McClellan.
Wow. So you're a pretty busy guy over
Yep.
there. Besides getting all your work done?
Yep.
Do you have homework?
Yep.
When do you do your homework?
I do it as soon as I get home from school.
Good for you. All right. You know, Jeff, I saw your hands, and it looked like you eat your fingernails. Do you eat your fingernails? You bite them?
Hmm?
How come you do
I
that?
can do it for wrestling.
For wrestling?
Mm.
Oh, are you in a wrestling team?
Yeah.
No one told me that. Who do you wrestle for?
I wrestle for the Hazel Park wrestling.
Club?
Yeah.
Do you?
Yep.
And you have to keep your fingernails down
Yeah.
pretty close, otherwise you'll scratch people.
Yep.
And the only way you can keep them down is eat them?
Yep.
Okay.
I don't need them, I can bite them off.
You just bite them off and spit them out, right?
I also played football.
You
and
did?
I played football.
For the Raiders?
Yep.
Huh. You didn't think I knew that, did you? I know. You guys were pretty good, too, right?
Yeah.
Okay. We have it. Webster and United Oaks, right?
Yep.
At this point, we have Mr. Rasmussen, the superintendent of schools, and Ann Bashinsky, who is the community education coordinator, to pass out the certificates and the T-shirts. And I think we also have a Sunday thing over there. Do we have a Sunday?
2 18-hole golf games.
Oh, wow, yeah, even more things. You can play golf, and yeah, I have to save this for a long time. Shannon, will you be able to save it for a long time? Cool.
Well, let's start with Amanda Bradybaugh. Congratulations, Amanda. There's your certificate. Shannon Joslyn.
Hey, Shannon.
Hi, Shannon.
There you go,
Louis Tabone. Congratulations, Louis. Joanne Bauer. Congratulations, Joanne. There you go.
There you go. You're welcome.
Kimberly Dutkiewicz. Congratulations, Kimberly.
She brought a really good message to me, Mr. Rasmussen. Kim, would you like to give the message again so Mr. Rasmussen can hear it?
Mr. Reed said that he's really nice.
That I am.
Yeah.
A really nice guy, right?
Yep.
I wanted Mr. Rasmussen to hear it.
We'll have to cut that out, out of the video. Kristina Crussen. Congratulations, Kristina.
There you go.
Charles Nelson. Congratulations, Charles.
There you go, Charles.
Deana Hevicon. Congratulations, Deana. Amy Tassie. Congratulations, Amy. Tony Saba. Congratulations, Tony.
Thank you. There you go, Tony. Thank you. You're
Thomas Hanna. Way to go, Thomas. And Jeffrey Galley. Congratulations, Jeffrey.
welcome. There you go, Jeff.
And while that concludes our program for today, it doesn't mean that we're run out of heroes, because we'll have more in December. So you keep watching for Hazel's Heroes. Thanks for watching.